Boy, you know what time it is.
Welcome to the Bromigos podcast.
I need it!
Hey, how are you?
This is amazing.
Well, boy, howdy. Welcome to the Bromigos podcast. It's your boy, the Undercover Brotha, coming at you from Rob motherfucking Trump country, South Carolina. Hope everybody's having a good motherfucking day today. I know the fucking Southern accent's cringy as fuck. I don't give a fuck. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Of course, I'm here with the boys. What's going on?
It's the Hoochieman holding it down as always. Also, it's South Kakalaki, not Karalaki.
Whatever the fuck I said. It doesn't matter. I hate it here. I want to go home. I can get into that in a couple of minutes, but how you doing, Mike?
Yeah, it's Panama Red. What's happening? I'm here today together with the unseasoned Chicken Brothers. We got the horrible accent.
Hell yeah.
And then we got the South Cac. Who the fuck says South Kakalaki anymore? Hoochie? Who says that? Is that a thing? Is that still a thing?
Listen,
Is that still a thing
Apparently it's a
amongst
thing.
you youngsters?
It's still a thing.
I have people from South Carolina that call it South
They must be
Kakalaki, so
fucking
apparently
like
it is.
70.
Well, listen here. I mean, you say unseasoned Chicken Brothers. There might be a chance I know how to season chicken living in this fucking
I mean,
shit
you
all
got to
over the
get
state.
you a black
I know
woman
that
and
much.
then talk to me, especially down south. You. Line
Yeah,
up.
well, I mean, listen, I've been trying to get some ass, bro. I've been trying. Some Southern belles down here, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
all of them are like super God. They're like super God focused. I'm just like, that's just a massive turnoff for me, no matter how attractive you
So
are.
Southern women are different. I mean, it took me a little bit of an adjustment when I was in the army to figure out like the whole Southern woman thing, but they're very nice. Southerners are very nice.
Oh, I'm not saying they're not.
Like
nice.
I love Southern
Yeah.
people, minus the whole Trump country thing. I can't get past that. You know, since you brought it up, I'm going to talk about it a little bit because I've been doing not. First of all, he's a rambling. I don't want to insult the man because I don't want people to think just I hate Trump. It's not that I hate Trump. It's just that I think he's equally as an old buffoon as Biden is. I think
He's getting to that
I also
point.
think
Mhm.
I think he's going to pull a Houdini if he were to win, which now I'm not so sure because previously I said I thought he might, and now I'm not so sure.
The polls will tell you otherwise.
I've been looking into like his tax plan, which is terrible. I've been looking into like what's that project 2025 is what that thing's called.
Allegedly, some people are refuting that it's not actually what the plan is.
Well,
but
in that plan,
I
the
don't know
plan
at this
is
point.
screwing veterans. So I hope our veterans are aware as well. I have no problem with people who are choosing left or right, red or blue. I really don't give a shit. I just want people to make actual educated decisions instead of like black people who are just going to vote for Kamala because she's black. That's ridiculous. That's very absurd. You should educate yourselves on political matters and truly understand who it is that you're voting for, and not going after little political sound bites that you hear in there. Actually educate yourself, people. I wish Trump, when he spoke, he would stay on the issues that they're talking about. Like I was watching a little clip on TikTok, and I just spoke the hypocrisy of me and not listening to sound bites. But it was more or less someone was asking him about what's his plan to make childcare more affordable for average citizens, and then he went on some rant about tax and something that had nothing to do with what the question was about. And I see this a lot from him. And then his people just applaud like fucking sheep. And I'm like, what's
It's funny because, and just to kind of go off of that, like, what's his name? Shane Gillis. He did a skit on not a skit. He did a bit during a stand-up show once. He's like, oh, the speech where he announced that the one guy got killed. It's like 45 minutes that they killed the guy who was like in charge of ISIS or whatever the fuck. And
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi.
and it's like he died like a dog, and then he goes on for 45 minutes about all this shit. Like you can tell he's never had to be in that situation before, where it's like, and I'm not saying I liked Obama, but like when Obama came in and he's just like, oh, we killed Osama bin Laden, it was kind of straight to the point. It wasn't that long to my memory. Like you don't have to go on a 45-minute talk about what you saw and then what they did. Like, to me, that's giving away. I don't know about you, Mike, because you're an Army guy. That's just giving away tactics.
I mean,
That's just
I'm
talking
sure
too
people,
much.
other militaries are aware of, other militaries, their tactics. I'm sure they're aware of it.
Probably,
But
but still.
my thing is, initially I thought, like, when I first heard of the idea of Trump running for president, I thought, okay, this might be okay. The whole, remember when he's like drain the swamp? I was like, oh yeah, drain that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when he's like, grab her by the coochie, I was like, okay, yeah, no, bro, hold up, chill out. What you talking about? Wait a minute. You can't be running around saying this kind of shit. And I did initially like how he just spoke his mind. And then when he won, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give this man a chance. Let's see what he's gonna do. Cause people like to bring up the fact that he was a businessman. I say failed businessman, but whatever. Once he brings out the ugly in people, and that's what worries me. I don't know if the US can handle another 4 years of that fuckery. Like, my thing is, bro, shut up. If you love America as much as you say you do, come in, do your job, shut the fuck up, make us great as you say you can, and keep it trucking. Right? I don't want the extras. Like, I hate politics the way it is, what it's become. I hate the fact that there's so much money in politics, which has it's taken away from people, and they're just not, like, they're not representing us. Like, I'm just gonna bring it up. I'm just gonna go right into the next thing. The shooting that happened in Georgia, right? I don't agree with trying to take away people's guns. I just think, because it is our right, I think it should be just made extremely difficult for people to get them, vet them, give them background checks, mental health checks if you have to. Republicans like to talk a lot. And when I say Republicans, I don't mean like the average Joe Republican. I mean like these actual congressmen and senators, Republicans. They love to kind of, get away from the questions that are being asked, as though it's our fundamental right and they want to take your guns. No, we don't, man. We just want our children to be safe when they go to fucking school.
So it's weird because, as you guys all know, I did have a gun permit in New Jersey when I was living there, and it wasn't necessary. It was actually easier than I thought it would be to get a gun. Of course, you still had to do the background checks, you had to do the fingerprints and all that stuff. It cost it cost nearly $100 just to get all that stuff done, if not more so. And on top of the actual purchasing of the license. But then I come to South Carolina. My sister has a gun. I don't know where it is, but I know she has a gun. And from what she tells me, it's more or less you just walk in and they do a quick background check and that's it. Like, there's no other instance of the cops aren't talking to you about it, because I had cops at my home, at my town, talking to me like, oh, why are you purchasing it, this and that. You don't have to go to any of the fingerprint places in another town. It's like it's so easy here. And like, I have friends that are like, when it comes to this particular subject, who are very
Mhm.
liberal, and it's not that I don't love my friends. I personally can't get behind the idea of it's the guns problem. It's the fact that we make guns too easily accessible to get. That is the problem, without jumping through so many hoops.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest here. I had the gun license in New Jersey, and then, as we all know, not too long ago, I was in a crisis unit. I would think, being in a crisis unit so recently, they would automatically decline me for a gun permit in this state. I have nothing to back that
Yeah.
up, because I haven't tried it yet. But I would think logic will tell me that it's probably not the best idea for someone to have the gun. And even then, when I was getting my permit in New Jersey, I did list that, 10 years ago, I was in a crisis unit for a very brief period of time, and I still got that permit to purchase. So I guess it depends on time with that, but I didn't think I was going to get it based off of that alone. So the vetting systems for different states, it just needs to be stricter, man. And it's weird because, well, obviously Georgia is a southern state, so I don't know what the laws are there compared to, South Carolina. I also, and I'm not gonna say this is funny, but it's also funny where it's like, oh, it's the second day of school and people are already shooting each other. These motherfuckers have been in school for the last month, so who knows what caused that kid to make the decisions he made.
Yeah. The thing with this is that it wasn't the. I don't know how the kid was able to uh, bring the gun to school, but the kid wasn't the one that got the gun. It was the dad, which is why yesterday the dad was arrested for the involuntary counts of manslaughter because allegedly the FBI already had a watch for this kid. And apparently after that, the dad got the son of the shooter, got him an AR-15 for Christmas. So it was the dad who bought the gun for the kid, and then the kid brought it to school and then shot up all those people, which that's just
Something,
absurd.
Hunter? Now you mentioned that, and I was watching a video right before we started recording about an hour ago, and there was a newswoman interviewing a student at that school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, and I guess this is a thing now because of all the shootings, the doors are now like lockable from the inside, where it's like they're like magnetic, and you can only get into the room if the person on the other side allows you to open it. And they saw that this kid might have had a gun, so I'm not sure how he got in, but it was just a weird situation the way that the student was describing it, where it's like now there's actual safety measures in place, but somehow, some way, the kid got into the school or the classroom or whatever the fuck happened. It's bizarre.
He might have been at the school.
Maybe, I don't know. All I know is, for me personally, because if you had asked me, say, 8 months ago, I would say I would fear for my sister's life because I was so far away from her. Now I live in our house for a period of time, so I can be closer to her and I don't have to worry as much. But there's
what
still
you gonna do, Matt?
lingering...
What you gonna do? Shit hit the fan. What you doing? What you gonna do?
If I may finish my thought, I was just gonna say, there's that lingering fear that something can still happen. And I'm not saying I'm going to do anything about it. I wasn't insinuating that at all. It's just I'm just saying that even though I'm closer to her, I'm glad I could be closer in case something does happen. Not saying I don't know how I would even get to that point, but there's still a lingering fear that it could happen here because of how easily accessible guns are. And they even have metal detectors in her school. So they're looking at every kid through a metal detector, which is in itself is insane in this day and age, because we didn't have to put up with that.
Crazy, bro.
So it's not a matter of me going to do anything about it as much as I fucking would. I don't have the means to do that.
Well, that's what happens when they don't do anything about the guns itself. It's all, oh, how can we make the school safer? We put in security guards.
That doesn't stop the fact that somebody still can shoot up the place. Like, yeah.
I was just saying, the Stoneman Douglas shooting, there was a security guard there, ran away from the shooter, and then he ended up killing like 20 people. So what? We're going to basically turn our schools into an airport where we need to go through metal detectors, put our school bags in this bag or shoes and whatever, then have it pass through. Is that what we're going to have to do now?
I guess so, man. And they'll call that protection, Whatever. I'm not.
Clear backpacks are probably going to come back if they haven't already.
It's sad. I mean, but we can't say too much because that seems to be a theme. Germany and Munich, which is like 2 hours from here, where I stand, they had some Palestinian guy that was living in Austria. He came to Munich, I think it was yesterday or the day, yesterday, and was shooting at the Israeli consulate. We live in a crazy world, man, and it makes me fear for my children and the world that they're gonna grow up in. Like God, because I tell you right now. These parents, like, I'm thinking about moving back home, right? And if something were to happen to my daughter, Lord help the U.S. Because the rampage I would go on, and I don't mean that like I'm some tough guy. Fuck the military training that I've had, because I didn't do no high speed, super, Green Beret type shit. They just gave me basic skills, if I'm going to be real about it. Basic skills. to basic movement drills and shit like that. I'm tearing the place up until I find out the person that killed my daughter. I don't care who it is. I think any parent would say the same thing. It's crazy that we don't address it. We're so hell bent on our right to bear arms that we're not doing anything to prevent any of this from happening. And at some point, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, is this okay? Am I okay with the current state of affairs in the United States? The US has a lot of issues. Americans are so fucking proud of things. You know what? It's not that I'm not proud. No, I don't always feel pride. Sometimes I'm ashamed because we say America's so great. America's so great. What's so great about us?
Well, you got freedom of speech until you
Germany
go to
has freedom of speech.
You go to search up the school shooter, but nothing comes up. But you can search the N-word, and you'll find a bunch of tweets on Twitter about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's funny. When you posted that last night in the chat, I immediately went to Twitter and looked it up. What's this Tate guy? What's his name? This fucking
the shooter is Colt Gray.
No.
Oddly
The Tate dude.
Andrew Tate.
Not
Tate,
Andrew.
yeah.
What's his brother's name?
Tristan Tate.
Tristan is the one dropping all these N-bombs.
No, Andrew is too.
I haven't seen Andrew.
Too. I've seen it.
Like he's trying to say my nigga, and instead of saying nigga with the A, he drops the ER. And I'm just like, freedom of speech. Yeah, but they're also freedom of consequence. But of course, these guys think they're tough guys. One was a professional or whatever he was, kickboxer, or whatever the fuck Andrew was. And the other one's just basically picking up his brother's crumbs, thinking he's hot shit. I'm 6'4", and I'll kick some. Bro, shut up.
Yeah, now they're tag teaming in sex trafficking. Yeah.
Like,
I also think it's funny that they're saying this while still under house arrest.
They're both fucking like Andrew. I don't mind so much because some of the shit Andrew says is true. Some of the things that he says about men stepping up, some of it I can get behind. Like some of it is very misogynistic, and it's like, bro, it's 2024. Like, get with it. But some of it where he's like talking to men and how they need to protect their women and work out and stand up and be tough, stronger. I agree with that. A lot of what's that shit called? Red pill content.
Yeah.
A lot of it, you can get behind, but then some of it's just like, all right, bro, we heard your message. Now crawl back into the dungeon from which you came.
Yeah. The funny thing is people still give him money for all these services that he offers, which frankly, I'm not sure what value you can get from it. I don't know, like stuff like how to get rich and like he's allegedly, and I haven't done this personally, but I've researched it.
That's bullshit.
Like he has a bunch of experts under him that like they'll talk to you about how to do like, I don't know, e-commerce or something like that, which is fucking stupid easy because everybody's doing it. So it's like, you're not the only one. You're not the first one to innovate it. You're just hopping behind the bandwagon. And now you're already behind the 8 ball in that case. Like I've seen YouTube videos of like, oh, is Andrew Tate's services any useful? And it's like, oh yeah, they're useful, but it's not something you can't learn on your own. Like you have to pay hundreds of dollars for him to tell you to do it. Basically, you're buying it for name value is basically what it is. When you can easily search up this kind of stuff for free on the internet. So not that I have done it and not that I would do it, but I researched it just because I was curious.
I mean, to each their own, whatever works for you. I mean, however you feel you need to, or do what you need to do to get rich, do what you got to do. A lot of that to me is just pure bullshit.
Yep, I agree. Anything that's behind a paywall in order to get rich, it's like, all right, well, if it was that easy, you'd be charging it for free. You wouldn't be, oh, let me make more money in the process. No, if you're really caring about getting everyone around you to build up their salary, then you would just do it for free.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm very much a type of person where it's like I try to bring people up, even if I myself is not so much up. Like I try to bring people up, and that I feel like, and I've said this before in some capacity, either on this show or other shows, where it's like the whole idea of the alpha male is cool and all, but like if you want my honest opinion, like the whole alpha male mentality is not just bringing yourself up to a certain level; it's bringing the people around you as well I don't know about you guys, how you think about that. That's just my personal opinion. But
Go ahead, Hooch.
I was gonna say I don't have anything for alpha male stuff. I don't care about it.
Everybody can't be an alpha though. Like everybody can't
That
be a
too.
leader. First of all, how's that going to work if everyone's a leader? It's not going because you have to know when to lead and when to follow, when to give advice and when to shut up. You have to know these things, even to make yourself a successful leader. You have to know these things, right? And then who's going to do all the work? The leader doesn't always want to be. Some people do think that the leader is the one that has to always just tell people what to do, when some people like to lead by example. Like everyone's not built to be a leader. Like, let's be real about that shit. Being a leader is not something, whether it's the leader of your fucking sports team, whether it's you're the boss, whether you're the head of your own household. Everyone's not built to do that. So I don't know why this dude is just, and he's aware of this. Everyone's not the same. Personality wise, some people are just not meant to be leaders. And that's okay. That's all right. You know, everybody stay in their lane. Do what works for you. Do what's good for you and yours. That's simple. That's simple. But, you know, I don't know.
Oh, you know something? I didn't get the chance to say this earlier, but I wanted to go back to the politics stuff because we mentioned a lot about Trump. We didn't really go and touch on the Kamala thing because I don't know about you guys, but I don't trust her as much as I don't even trust Trump because she just seems very fake to me. I don't know about you, Hunter.
Not that it just seems fake. It just seems like I don't know, some of the stuff she says is kind of flaky a little bit, but not as much as Trump. Also, the discourse I've seen over social media is absurd. Like,
Such as?
Well, the amount of hate that they're getting. Well, Tim Walz in general, how apparently his own family despise him. Yeah, and then everything that's quote unquote coming out about him, it's either just minor shit or like shit that's not even not really newsworthy. Like the most recent one I've heard is, oh, we hate this guy because he throws up in the car on road trips sometimes. It's like, huh? So that's why you exiled him from your family? Because he throws up in cars sometimes? Is that what we're going at? Like they're just grasping for straws to hate him for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a problem with Waltz. I mean, I think I have a problem with how he handled his city or his state during the riots with George Floyd, but like I don't necessarily have a problem with him as far as like the background things go personally, because I think as far as personal issues go, it has nothing to do with politics and how he can lead a country. I care about the resume and what he's done for people that he leads, like Mike said.
Politics simply aren't what they used to be. Like Hunter said, they're focused on bullshit rather than things that actually matter. And that's why I dislike the current state of how things are. Like, don't sit there and talk dirty politics. Dirty politics is just disgusting. Like, tell me what this you want to if you want to talk bad about your opponent, say the things that they didn't do to help the American people. Right? That's what we should be focusing on. What did Trump do? Oh, like here's the thing. One of the things that people that I hear often when, you know, scrolling through social media or whatever, or having conversation with my friends. When Trump was in office, the economy was good. Okay. You understand that he was riding Obama's wave, right? People don't understand these things. When you have these conversations with these people, they think, no, that's bullshit. I had some women online because I love trolling MAGA people. Not people that want to vote for Trump, but MAGA people. Oh, it's so great. It's great.
Oh,
great shit.
That's the best.
Right? And I was talking about, because I came across this gentleman on TikTok, and I can't think of his handle off the top of my name, but he breaks down politics in a very unbiased way, which I love, right? Because that allows you to be informed so you can make an educated decision on who you want to vote for. And I took the numbers that he had thankfully done for me and then done all the legwork and investigated, and I dropped the numbers on the lady. And the lady was like, oh, that's bullshit. And I'm like, listen, old woman, like, shut the fuck up and go do your research. I'm not going to research anything because I know it's bullshit. And I'm like, This is why you people are stupid. When I say people, I mean MAGA people, not people who are Republicans, MAGA people, because they're weird.
They're very
This is
weird.
why.
Yes.
This is why I don't like talking to them, because you can present them with the truth, throw it in their face like it's shit, just smear it all over them, and they still wouldn't believe you. You could have it in black and white right in front of them, still wouldn't believe you. It could come from Trump's mouth himself, and they probably maybe then they'll believe it. Maybe then. But until that point, they wouldn't believe it until they're in the suck. So in some ways, I want him to win. So when he fucks shit up for real, like, it's like, see, you bitches, this is what y'all voted for. This is what you voted for.
I feel the same way about the ultra MAGA. I hate to use the term ultra MAGA, but like that's essentially what they are. Is they're just fucking insane. And then like the same thing with hardcore liberals too. Like hardcore liberals are
They're
just
weird
as,
too, man.
They're just as weird.
Yep.
And like you can't. And the fact that, and the weird part is, well, not the weird part, but the fact of the matter is, those two sides control most of the discourse that you see online.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like no normal person is engaging in these conversations, and if they are, they're just attacked by one side or the other.
Yep.
And at that point, there's no point. And the people that are actually relatively informed, not saying that they're fully informed, but they're relatively informed, the facts that they're saying is now being refuted because the other side just frankly refuses to believe them because they're one side and they're
it's even
like,
even
it's gross. Like, if it's one thing I regret about Trump being president, it's the fact that he exposed this side of politics in people. It was never this bad before, at least to my knowledge anyway, because I was younger compared to you, Mike. It was never this bad before Trump got in office.
no, it was never this bad. I think the turning point became when Obama became president, right? That's where people started having, but even then, there wasn't a whole lot of, racial nonsense spoken of. Even who was it that Obama?
Romney or McCain?
McCain, right? And there is a clip where, I think he's having a, what's that? Like, it's not called an open house. What is this called?
A debate?
No, not a debate. He's speaking to his own people.
Rally.
Something of the sorts, right? And this woman was like, he's a Muslim and I can't trust him. And my man was like, that's not true. She's like, that's not true. We may have disagreements on, fundamental disagreements, but he's a great man and a great politician. And he said something to that effect. Don't quote me on that. And I was like,
I remember, I've seen the
this?
video too. So,
like, where is this? Where is this? We sit there and we trash our politics. And this all, in my opinion, I may be wrong, but this all came about when Trump stepped into office. It's like Trump made it cool to be ignorant. Trump made it cool to have the vocabulary of a fourth grader. Like, tremendous ideas, tremendous. Like,
Huge, very huge,
yeah, like
very bigly.
I forgot about Bigley.
I'm just over all of it, man. I just want I want politicians to be my politicians, right? I want my doctors to be my doctors. I want my lawyers to be my lawyers. And I want politicians to be politicians.
See, the thing is this, because I was on, I don't know if you guys listened to it because I sent it in the chat. I was on a podcast recently that dropped, and it was like a political focus thing. It was like a panel of sorts. And, I was representing the show, but I wasn't necessarily representing the views of the show because we are a very diverse group. But like giving my own views on the subject. And like I made when I was asked, who would you vote for? Frankly, I said I wouldn't vote for either Kamala or Trump. And if fucking Robert Kennedy Jr., if he was probably still running, I probably would have voted for him because he was probably the closest thing I had to a third party option that would have at least been credible.
Yeah.
And now that that's out of the window, I don't know who I want to vote for because I don't feel good voting Trump because of the stigma behind that. I don't like Kamala at all.
Yeah.
Like, frankly, I think she's very much as fake as anybody. Like, you guys see the code. Like, this is when I think of code switching, I just see her like just in front of people the way she acts sometimes, like it comes off very fake to me. I don't know.
Okay. Hold on. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. I would like to. I'm curious.
Because code switching is a real thing for a lot of Black people. Okay. I myself have had to code switch a lot of times in my life. Now, are people you gonna get at me for having to do that? I don't think it's something fake at all. I think depending on who you're speaking, I think everyone to some extent code switches, depending on who you're dealing with. You have to. You can't, like, let's say I don't remember exactly where Kamala grew up, but let's say for the sake of argument, she grew up in the hood, right? You think you want to see that woman come up on stage? Yeah, what up, fuck boy? I'm here to start running the motherfucking country. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas better get with it. You feel me? Fuck is y'all talking about? Fuck is y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas ain't shit. Crack, brat. Come on, bro.
That's that freedom of speech.
You know what I'm saying?
Going to work.
Come on, bro. She can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So even like they say you have put on your white voice. Like you have a voice you talk to when you talk to with your homies and shit, with your people, and then you have your proper voice when you sit there. Hello, well, thank you for calling Verizon Wireless. How may I assist you today? You know, code switching.
Please leave a message after the beep.
You know, well, you have a grand day, sir. Thank you for calling. Like
you have a blessed day now.
That you have to some extent. That's why I resent that statement when it comes to code switching, because I've had to do it a lot in my life, a lot when dealing with my Hispanic friends and dealing with my Black friends and dealing with my white friends. You got to be aware of your surroundings and what I do, what works. When I used to go to Rutgers, Newark, and hang out there, you had to be real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let them know what time it is. And then you go to Rutgers, New Brunswick. What's up, Tiffany? Hey, girl, I see you. Yeah. Yeah. Tiffany, Stacy, Kylie, Jessica, you know what I'm saying? It's different. You have to, in some ways, I mean, I don't know what it's like for white people. I'm not fucking white, so I don't know. I'm just speaking from the colored perspective. That's what it is. So, and I would also implore you to learn about her policies, rather the persona that she puts on TV. Because you know what? I'm not saying that you're going to vote for Trump. I don't know we haven't discussed any of this, but Trump can put on a persona that makes people like him. But in turn, the policies that he's going to implement can be absolute trash. And that's what people are getting caught up in. The fucking spectacle that is Donald J. Trump, right? People are getting caught up in that shit. People are getting caught up in Kamala trying to be cool and be hip. People getting caught up in this fuckery, but then don't take the time to educate themselves on the policies that are going to affect their lives. That's what's important. Stop being all Trump rallies. Woo, Donald Trump, baby. Like, nigga. Like, I'm going to call him that. Nigga. Like, educate yourself, bro. Like dead ass. Like, for real. I'm not here to tell people who to vote for or he's an idiot or she's an idiot. Just simply educate yourself on the issues that fucking matter. Make sound, educated decisions. Please.
What are you drinking, by the way?
Oh, man, this is that Blanton's, bro. That expensive stuff.
Oh,
Good bourbon.
I'm jealous as fuck of you.
You not only drink good stuff, baby. Come on now.
Did you make an old-fashioned with that?
No, I don't make old-fashioned with this. Not with this. Need rye whiskey for that.
Fair. I will say, the last time we hung out before you had left, I think I haven't had as good of an old-fashioned as when you were making at that one house party.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Nigga Panama.
I'm being honest. Like, I mean, I go to a bar and I get an old-fashioned. I'm like, it's a little too bitter.
Yeah, that nigga Panama.
Yours was like balanced.
Matt went home. Well, that colored boy is a good colored boy, not a broke colored boy. He's a good colored boy. That colored nigga, he got that good stuff.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Speaking of niggers. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't even.
What if we fucking devolved into?
I haven't been on in a while. I gotta say some wild shit, bro.
No, I know. Everybody's been busy, man. It sucks because like I love doing this show because when we all get together and it's a great time, we have great discussions. People that listen to this show tell me all the time how much they enjoy the dynamic and they enjoy all of us and our perspectives. It just I hope at some point when we get back into the swing of things and life stops getting in the way of everything. I hope we can really come and go on a roll with this. That's just me.
I agree.
So you asked earlier,
What's up?
you wanted people to come up with. So I'm not real big on celebrity death, right?
Oh, okay. So we are going through with that idea. Got it.
I'm not real. No, yeah, because I put some thought into it. I'm not real big on celebrity deaths. I know the day Marshall Bruce Mathers III passes, that might fuck with me some because I've been an Eminem fan since God for a long time now.
Hopefully not for many years.
And it's been my long lifetime dream to meet this man. Like I wouldn't be weirdo about it because I'm not a fanboy. Like I've met a few celebrities who's like, hey, how you doing? Like I met Sway when I was working at Sirius XM. I met Sway. I didn't do some fanboy shit. He's like, and Sway was very cool. He was like, hey, how you doing? My name's Sway. I was like, I know who you are, Sway. I've been watching you on MTV since I was in high school. Like I know who you are, bro. But not on some weird shit. But since I brought it up, I'm gonna talk about it first. When I was in high school, I hated Kobe. I mean, I loathed Kobe, especially when he beat the Sixers in the finals. Fuck him, right? I hated Kobe. Thought he was a ball hog. Everybody, Kobe, shut up, bitch. Like I hated Kobe. I was a big Iverson fan. Still am. My favorite player is Iverson. I think LeBron James is the GOAT, but my favorite player will always be Allen Iverson, right? So when Kobe died, though, because Kobe after basketball was a very like Kobe after the what was that Olympics? What year did they go?
2012.
The Redeem Team, right?
Redeem Team. I think it might have been either 2008 or 2012. One of the two.
I'm not exactly sure. Wish Dante was here for that.
I think it was 08. The
shout out
first
to that
one
light skinned
like,
motherfucker Dante.
Was LeBron on the first one? 04 or was he in 08?
I think he was in 08. No, he wasn't in 04. He came into the league that year. 08.
Okay.
Kobe was a different person after that, and he became an even different person once he retired. He focused more on fatherhood. He was just like, and I was just thoroughly impressed with the man that was Kobe Bean Bryant after basketball. So the manner in which he died was what really fucked me up. Like I shed it, I think a tear when Kobe died because he was with his baby girl. And I was like, shit, that was a little difficult for me. Not like Kobe, but it was like, fuck, man. Like, damn. And then because I don't have 3, I only have 2 that I could think of.
Fair, that's fine.
Chadwick Boseman.
Oh,
Chadwick.
I knew that was going to
get Chadwick went.
Yeah.
When Chadwick went, it was rough. And then I saw Black Panther. I cried. I did. 100% did. Because I think they did a great job at celebrating him. They did the way they killed him off essentially was, perfect. The celebration of T'Challa, the character he plays, I think everyone knows that. I think, personally speaking, now other people may have a different opinion. That's their problem. Everyone can have their own opinion, but me personally, I think they represented him well. They celebrated his life very well in the movie. So when Chadwick, because he was such a talent, man, such a talent.
And you never knew he was sick the entire time.
That's the incredible part. Not for a moment did you know.
It just happened.
Like, damn. I was there like, damn, that nigga Boseman died, bro. I didn't even know he was sick. The fuck? Like,
and I brought this up before when we've talked about it in the past. Like, if you see in photos, like as he's doing the Wakanda Forever pose, like he's getting less and less enthusiastic about it. Maybe because he has asked to do it so much, and that's what you would think. But there might be some underlying stuff now that he's past. That's like, maybe he's just not feeling good.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to keep it up appearances because he didn't want anyone to create a rumor that he was sick or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll never know, to be honest. No. And that's for me. Like, it's not on my list, but that is what I know, because I never watched Black Panther. I didn't watch the other one either. I'm not a big Marvel guy, unfortunately.
Hold on, you ain't watched Black Panther?
I did not watch Black Panther. No,
I haven't watched it either. I got
what the see? Leave it to the Peckerwoods and I watch it. Leave it to him.
I don't like Marvel. I barely.
But
the only
Black
Marvel
Panther was well done.
I'm not saying it wasn't well done. I just never got to watching it.
How would you know if it was well done if you didn't watch it, sir?
I never said it wasn't well done. I know I've heard through the grapevine that it's a great movie, and that's phenomenal. I just never got to watch it.
You're not a Marvel guy. Are you a DC guy?
No.
I'm not any guy.
I think the only DC movie I've watched in the modern day and age of superhero movies is the Zack Snyder Justice League. That's it. I didn't even watch the Dark Knight trilogy.
Well, Hoochie, you're a NASCAR guy. You don't watch nothing but NASCAR.
Hell yeah.
He's on that goddamn
NASCAR and sports, baby.
We be talking about some shit. Hoochie just comes in randomly. I know you guys aren't into this, but here's some NASCAR. Like, okay. You know what? I appreciate the passion, and you're consistent. You know what? I'm not even mad. Thank you for expanding my horizon. I'm not even mad. And you know what? Just because it's you, I click on it and watch it. I don't comment because half the time I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I like to support my friends' dreams and passions. So you're into it. Let me click on it. Okay, at least I can say I watch.
Yeah.
Like if you share it, like if it's a crash or something, I'm like, I'm totally watching this. I'm watching this shit.
Anything that's like, okay, people from the outside in, they're gonna look at this and they're gonna be like, whoa. Like
or imagine some niggas watching it. Dang, you seen that white boy crashing the motherfucking wall, bro? Nigga, he was going like 170. No, he really wasn't going 170. Nigga, like 300 miles an hour right into the wall. Nigga, God,
the hell are you alive? Shit.
How that mother come on? Don't they got rocket fuel in that shit? Because you know niggas say some dumb shit. He got rocket fuel in that motherfucker, man.
That actually happened before.
What's that?
That actually happened before. Like when Toyota first came into NASCAR, some team got busted because they were caught using some illegal fluid, and it actually turned out to be rocket fuel, like legit.
Yeah?
That's legit.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's actually impressive. So then, Hunter, since we're on the topic, what are your top three celebrities? And when I made this topic, I wasn't necessarily making like, oh, what's the top three that you remember, blah blah blah. It's more like the top three that's impacted you the most. If I have
so obviously that. Kobe would be the first one, and we already kind of discussed it. Me, I remember where I was at. I was at work. There was like 20 minutes left on my shift. I was like, you know what? Let me open Twitter real quick. And then like within 30 seconds, the first tweet I saw on my timeline was a TMZ report that Kobe died. I was like, huh? Yeah. I was like, all right, well, that's
you wanted
weird.
To believe it was fake. I remember that day like it was yesterday.
So I went on the search tab and I just kept reloading, and then more outlets were reporting on it. And I was like, oh my God, this is actually real. And then the whole mood of the store, the staff, everyone coming in for the next shift, because like I had 20 minutes left of my shift, so the second shift was coming in. The whole mood was just down. It was just really like very depressing.
Yeah. Can I just add though that moment pretty much started the beginning of the end for 2020? Because everything was downhill for that whole year after. Pretty much. Let's just be honest about it here.
Yep. I remember vividly.
I was also at work when I found out that that Juice WRLD died. Now that
Juice WRLD, interesting.
That's kind of different because my sister was a big fan of him. She went to some of his concerts in the summer before he died. And I kind of liked his music because I found it during school, and I was just like, wow, this is actually really good. So I, listened to more of his stuff. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm on my break. Let me look up Twitter. And then the first thing I go to the search tab just to see what was trending. It said Juice WRLD died dead at 19 or 21 or whatever. I was like, huh? That really kind of shocked me because I was like, how? Huh? I was like, there's no way. And then I got kind of a tie for third, and it is motorsports related. It's not NASCAR related because no one's died after Dale Earnhardt died in NASCAR. But there was one in 2011. This one kind of hit this race car driver, IndyCar driver, Dan Weldon. He died in a wreck, final race of the season. It was like this massive 15-car wreck where literally cars are just colliding, flying in the air, fire everywhere. And his car, he rode off the back of another car, and it just caught in the air. It's kind of flying. And now, IndyCar, it's not an open cockpit. It's more sealed. But back then, it was open cockpit, so that car flies, and then it hit in the catch fence, open cockpit. So he was basically
just flying all over the place.
He was basically dead from that impact. And that was really sad because he also earlier that year won the Indianapolis 500 in such a traumatic, I shouldn't say traumatic, but it was such a fashion that I don't think anyone saw, where the leader hit the wall coming out of the last corner and then he scooted on by and won. And not to mention, he was kind of the test driver for the next generation of the race car that they were going to run the following year. And he was the main guy that had like all the info and whatnot. And that really kind of set the sport back for a few years. And then a few years later, there was another death at Pocono, driver named Justin Wilson, which this one kind of hits because it's the first time I actually saw someone like die on television, because I wasn't watching when the Dan Welder wreck happened. I was like 10 years old, but I remember watching it. So another car wrecked, and there's debris, and then again, IndyCar still open cockpit, debris scattering everywhere. There was a solid part of the front of the car, like the nose pod. Bam! Hit him right in the head, and that thing traveled like 70 feet in the air, and he was in the hospital for the next couple of days, but he died. And that's really the last. No, I think that is the last death in IndyCar, because then it became this topic of discussion where it's like, all right, well, how are we going to keep these guys safe? And then kind of evolved into this cockpit now, where like it's called the aero screen. So it basically prevents debris or tires or whatever from coming and hitting the driver in the head. So those are the 4, technically, considering Kobe was one of them, that kind of impacted me the most.
To Mike's point about when you talk about racing and NASCAR, you did, as morbid as it all sounds, you did a very good job describing what actually happened.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, my friend. I guess I'll go next since I'm last. I'm going to go Robin Williams. Because if you think about it,
why did I have a feeling you were going to go this kind?
But think about it like this. It's always the people that look the happiest that you don't know are struggling, and then all of a sudden it just happens, right?
Yeah.
So, and like you think about all the movies he made, and like that man was a lot of people's childhood. Let's think about it. Like it's crazy to think about, with all the incredible movies he done, all
What Dreams May Come, Mrs. Doubtfire, Patch,
Aladdin.
Yeah, the best.
They made the genie specifically for him.
Yep.
So there was that. I don't know if you guys know this. Maybe Hunter might. Chester Bennington from Linkin Park.
Yep. I was just gonna say
Hunter might. Hold up, pause.
I know.
No, Linkin Park. Bro, I probably know more about Linkin Park than you do. What the fuck is you talking about?
You might.
Linkin. They dropped a new song at midnight last night. They dropped a new song at midnight, and they kind of got a new lead singer.
Well, that's why I wanted to bring this up, because he's been gone since 2017. Same thing, unfortunately, it was a suicide. Again, a guy that you wouldn't think was going to do something like that, especially because the last post he had was about his family, or the last photo taken of him was with his family. And they even had an album that released that year, which it was called, what was it? One More Light. And one of the songs is technically about suicide, I guess, in a way. And then, now he's gone, and then everyone's mourning him for many years. The band hasn't put out new music since. And now, just last night, like you said, and I heard the news break last night, the new singer, new song, they were releasing unreleased songs previously. Like, they had a whole bunch of things that hadn't been released. I guess they were.
I don't know if I want to hear the new song.
It's not bad.
It's going to hit the same.
You know what? It's not bad. I think of it as you can't replace. I've seen this argument made a lot. You can't replace Chester. He's irreplaceable.
Hell no.
But you can evolve after him and
I'll listen to it. I probably
it's
won't
not
enjoy
terrible.
it because
It's a female vocalist. Like she's not bad.
Oh.
She does a pretty good job hitting like those notes that you would think Chester would hit. I actually thought it was Lizzie Hale at first. She sounded very similar to Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm. But if anybody knows them, and I think the last one I'm gonna go with is and this is a wrestling one, so it might be lost on some of you guys. Brody Lee from AEW. At the time, he was Luke Harper in WWE, and I'll kind of break down why I feel the way I feel about this. He was injured for many months, and it's not often you don't hear any news about someone recovering and wrestling from all the dirt sheets and stuff. But all of a sudden, around Christmas time, no less, I think it was like right before New Year's, you get the news that he passed away. And everybody's shocked because nobody knew anything about this happening. Turns out he was in a really awful hospital stay. Something was with his lungs. It wasn't COVID related because it was still in the height of COVID. It was 2020. And just seeing the wrestling world mourn the man changed me because he's not only was he one of my favorite big man wrestlers in the industry, he seemed like the most genuine, nice person. And if you know the wrestling industry, if you've done research on it, the wrestling industry as a whole is notorious for being filled with snakes, politicians, basically scumbags a lot of the time. And he was like one of the good ones in the modern times that you would never hear a bad thing about. And when they did the tribute show, I remember it like it was yesterday. After every single match that they did to honor him, I was just a sobbing, weeping mess because he was too young to go. He was already too talented. He was starting this new phase of his career in AEW. It sucked, to be honest. And then they would bring his oldest son. He had 2 kids. They would bring his oldest son to do appearances every couple of weeks or something. And then you see the kid knowing his dad's not there anymore, and you just kind of cry a little bit. You shed a few tears. It was tough for those first couple of months. So those are the 3 I had that impacted me the most.
Damn, all this talk about death is making me feel some type of way. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan.
Well, that's what that, and then the guys, the hockey brothers, I don't know how to say their names.
Brothers.
Goudreau
Johnny
brothers.
Goudreau, Matthew Goudreau.
So like, I got something to say about that because there was something about this that pisses me off, and I'm coming at this from a media perspective. When that news broke, it was like 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, something like that. And everyone's like, wait, what? Because it just had happened. And the guy deleted the tweets of what he was reporting. So now nobody knows what the fuck is going on. We don't know if it's true or not. It's just some rumor at this point. And it took an entire 12 hours for it to be reported true. So the guy, very poorly, I would say, reported the news before his family was even notified, to my knowledge. And he backtracked by deleting the tweets, thus starting a wildfire of rumors that nobody knew what was going on. People were speculating all over the place. I have a friend that is a very big Columbus Blue Jackets fan where he was playing, and she is still a wreck over the news. She unfortunately, like it's tough on that entire franchise because one, they're, I guess, a very close-knit community as far as hockey teams go. It was just really rough on everybody, man. And just seeing that unfold over the course of that 12 hours, like constantly refreshing to see if there was any news, like that was rough, man. And it's all based off of one person's very poor media decision making, and I would say unethical, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because that's what I always say, because like I know on this show sometimes we get things wrong, and I always try to, at least me personally, I always try to fix that later on. If I'm like, oh, I was wrong, here's what really happened. But at least I learned from
somebody
it.
Call you out on that?
I'm sorry?
Somebody call you out on that?
No, this is just me realizing it in the past. And I have done that in the past, if you remember.
I was going to tell that person to suck a bag of dicks.
Well, yeah, even then too. But there are times where I have reported things that are wrong. and I would fix that in another episode. So at least I go out of my way to fix it, but I don't backtrack. It's not like I'm backtracking like, oh, this didn't happen. We're going to wait till we get more information. No, I was wrong. Here's the real information. I had a wrong source. So it's all about learning from those mistakes, at least for me. But that was just a blatant, unethical practice by that particular person in media. And I don't want us to do that kind of stuff personally, but I know we try not to anyway, but
yeah, that one really sucks because number one, just the kind of person that Johnny Gaudreau was. Apparently, well, I shouldn't say apparently, but he was very close in the South Jersey community.
That too. He was a Jersey boy. That was rough.
Jersey boy. He came up here, the closest skating rink near me. He played some sort of hockey game there. Took a photo with my friend like 9 years ago now. But yeah, he just everything that I see about him, he was just a really, really nice guy. And the city of Columbus kind of embraced him because I guess they weren't that good of a hockey team. And
they're not.
No.
They're
so
not
he
that
chose
good of a hockey team.
The fact that he chose to sign with them kind of, okay, we're taking you in now as a member of us, and we recognize you and we appreciate you for that. Yeah, that whole thing sucks. And like I said, I've got a buddy of mine who's a Blue Jackets fan. That's a tough one because he was known as Johnny Hockey. He was really good at hockey, face of the franchise, and it's going to be really
tough
tough.
For the Flames, yeah.
Yeah, well, for the Blue Jackets as well. Because
yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, star. But he started out with the Flames.
Yeah, and then not to mention his brother was a hockey coach. He was a minor league hockey player, but was a hockey coach down in South Jersey as well. And the fact that this whole thing could have been avoided had the guy who was driving drunk not decided to drive drunk in the first place.
That's
allegedly
the worst part of
he had 5 to 6 beers. He had a beer in his console when the wreck happened. And the whole thing of how that started, it's so fucking dumb. Because he's, like I mentioned, Jersey drivers fucking suck. And then this is the reason why. I don't know if it's foggy out. I'm just picturing that it was foggy, but he was behind another car that was moving over towards the middle of the road because they saw the brothers biking, so wanted to give them room. This dumbass, this drunk, dumb piece of fucking shit, bald motherfucker, is behind and is like, okay, well, I want to get by you, so I'm going to go on the right side. And then, wham, fucking hits 2 of them, and then they're both dead, and then this motherfucker's over here like, oh, I gotta be in here till Thursday talking about. Hey, shut the fuck up. You know what you did was fucking wrong, and you ruined a family's life. Not to mention, they were down there because their sister was supposed to get married a couple Fridays ago. That's how long this was, or that's how long ago it was. Yeah, a couple weeks ago, because it was the day before my birthday.
It was the day before the wedding, yeah.
It was the day before the wedding, and it was the day before my birthday where this all fucking took place. And not only did you ruin one person's life, you ruined another person's life. So Matthew Gaudreau, he was supposed to become a father. The mother of his child is going to be born a widow. Well, she's a widow now, and is going to be a single mother. And Johnny Gaudreau has 2 little kids of his own. I think they're 2 and 3. It's so sad.
Yeah.
Not to mention the sister's fucked up because she lost both of her siblings, both of her brothers, gone. So fucking sad because of this drunk fat fuck that wants to drive drunk and just doesn't want any consequences for his actions. So I hope he gets the maximum penalty possible for this, which should be life in prison, and never sees the light of day again.
Yeah, and fuck that other kid, and fuck that kid that shot up that school in Georgia too. Because I actually read something from the Associated Press that the judge misspoke and said that it was punishable by death what he did, but because he's a minor, he'll just get life in prison if all the charges go through.
They should.
Which they should. I agree.
I wonder what the dad's going to get. The kid's 14.
How old is he? 14. I'm trying to see if I agree with putting a 14-year-old in jail for life. I've always felt some kind of way when you put children in jail for life.
I'm pretty sure they would be in a separate. I'm pretty sure they would put it in a separate.
Even for heinous crimes.
No?
I don't know. I've never been to jail, Matt. You think I know because I'm black?
No,
Is that why you asked me?
Don't fucking start with me.
I'm saying you asked me. You didn't ask Hoochie. You asked me. You looked
I was
right in my direction.
Generally,
you're playing the race card now. I see you
playing the race card.
No. Ain't no race card. But he looked at me. I felt it. He looked right at me. Said, "Hey, nigga."
Fucking the entire ocean away. You felt it.
Yep. They say, "Nigra, tell me,
No,
they put
so
14-year-olds in jail,
honestly,
or
what
are
I
they
think,
separated?"
what I think would happen because he's 14, this court process probably going to take like 2 years with the way the justice system is. So maybe they'll put a 16-year-old in prison, but for now, I think he'll just be in like a
Bro,
juvenile
he is
detention center.
fucking fresh meat. You kidding me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not going to put a
14-year-old?
14-year-old in jail.
Bro,
the fucking chomos.
Corey
in prison
Wise. You
have a
never heard of
field
Corey
day with him.
Wise? The shit that happened to Corey Wise for being in jail. You never heard of that person?
No, I didn't hear that.
That name sounds
It
familiar.
sounds familiar.
Central Park 5.
Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay.
I got nothing.
Well, Corey Wise.
You've never
was an
heard of the
adult,
Central
I think,
Park
at the-
5?
I feel like
You've
I
heard of
have, but
Central
I need a refresh.
Mister, I know a lot of things.
I never said it.
Never heard of
I
him?
know certain things. I don't know
Oh,
everything.
and hold on, I want to address something previous. So you said you might know more about Lincoln Park than me. First of all, do you understand that I'm older than you? You understand this, right?
Painfully
And
older
more-
than me, yes.
First of all, plain field. Still got more. At your age, I was getting bitches. Okay, pause.
Okay.
Oh,
calm down.
hey now.
At your age, I was getting
Touche.
bitches.
Touche.
Okay. But Lincoln
Wait,
Park, bro. Do you understand how much different kind of music? The only music that I truly just can't get behind is that
Is
screaming
bluegrass.
shit. No, no, I don't know anything about no goddamn bluegrass.
You've said
know shit about
bluegrass.
no-
I remember it.
I don't know anything about bluegrass, is what I said. And that
Oh.
screaming shit. I don't know nothing about that screaming shit. Can't fuck with it. Right? But if you came and you looked at my catalog of music, you'd be like, really? You listen to this? I listen to everything. Everything. Lincoln Park was most certainly, and I'm not talking about just the popular songs. I'm talking about whole entire albums. Listen, Lincoln Park? Yeah.
I underestimated you. I apologize.
You should
Do you feel
never,
better?
never underestimate Panama Red in music, please. I will sit down with, also country. I don't know too much about country. I didn't really start getting into country until I lived in North Carolina. That's when I discovered country because I started going to country bars and I was like, listen, I want some of these country white girls. I need to learn something about this shit.
Listen, everywhere I fucking go, no matter what restaurant I'm in, it's country. It drives me nuts.
Get
that
used to
sounds,
it.
That sounds delectable.
I want to
dog.
die. I hate
You
it
need to
here.
go. Have you been to Zaxby's yet?
Not yet. I haven't
Go
been
to
to
Zaxby's.
Bojangles yet. I need
Go
to
to
hit up
Zax-
Bojangles.
Bojangles
You
is
ain't been to
overrated.
Bojangles?
Bojangles is overrated. Fuck a
Bojangles
I don't know
is
Bojangles.
actually
about
good.
that.
Bojangles
Fuck a
actually good.
Bojangles.
Nah.
Nothing is fucking with Zaxby's and Zaxby's sauce. I don't care what no one says.
think-
Zaxby's is. I wish, bro.
See,
Zaxby's is absolute.
I've
fire.
only had
Absolute
Zaxby's
fire.
once, and that was in 2009, so I don't remember anything
All
about
right.
it. But I keep
You're-
hearing
you're
about how good
missing
it
out.
was.
And then one day, if you get some friends and you get drunk, go to Cookout.
I've heard
hear
about
about Cookout, too.
Yeah.
Go to Cookout.
There's a couple of cookouts by me. No, I
Cookout's
swear
straight
to Christ,
when
I'm
you're
not
drunk.
fucking with you when I say there's a cookout or a Bojangles on like every other fucking corner I
the
travel
South.
to.
Oh, well, there
in
you
the
go.
Median area of me.
You could try each one and pick your favorite restaurant.
Like I
It's insane.
I gotta say, I did enjoy my time living in North Carolina. I like the South, as far as like, unless I come across MAGA people because they're
Yeah.
fucking weird. Like I
Yeah.
can't wait till this is done with the
Oh, me
whole
too.
MAGA shit.
I can't
cannot
take it.
wait. Like I just want to, like, if he's gonna win, I just can't wait till the 4 years to go by so we can get good fucking riddance, bro. Just good riddance. Even though, according to, some reports and things, he's trying to become a dictator. Yeah, blah 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 blah.
I'll
I
believe
don't
that when
know.
I see it, but we'll see.
I don't
He did-
even
you
want
know
to.
what?
I don't want to
He
see
did
it
say
because if
something.
you're gonna, if it's a
He did
believe it
say
when you
something.
see it thing,
Mhm.
then it's too late, Matt.
No,
He
too
said
fair.
so-
That's fair. I see
He
that
said
point.
something
My
at a
bad.
rally where he was like, "Oh, you won't have to worry about voting again." or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. We only need you to vote this time. Yeah,
Like,
I
what,
don't want. I
what
don't
is
want
that
to see
supposed
that.
to mean?
Yeah, what the fuck is
Yeah.
that supposed to mean? That's a
You
good
know what I'm
point.
saying?
Okay, I see what you're saying. I
But
see what you're saying.
people will ignore this kind of shit, right? They'll hear it and they won't pay attention. Oh, Donald, you're so funny. And then next thing you know, this nigga's talking about the United States of Trump. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Listen,
I don't know.
All I could say is
Don't
I'm
come
going.
for Panama Red to come into the comments section talking shit about me. Listen, the last time when we had conversation about the army stuff and people were trying to come at me, oh, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Somebody called me Meal Team 6. That was good.
I never saw that
Son
too.
of a
That
bitch.
was good.
Meal Team
It was
6.
good, you
Oh,
fucking
no.
cock.
That was a good one.
It was funny. It was funny.
But
Fucking
I
suck a
mean,
bad dick.
I'll be honest with you. Like, I genuinely dislike it down here. Like, it's not a bad area that I'm in. It's just
Where
not
do you?
used to it.
We'll talk about this offline. So people don't come looking for you. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna give too much specifics. I'm just saying, like, I'm in Myrtle Beach, like that. It's big enough area, but I just
Myrtle Beach. You don't like Myrtle Beach?
it's
During
not that
the
I don't.
summer?
No. Let me rephrase that. It's not that I don't like. It's not that I don't like Myrtle Beach. Like, it's a nice area. It's a very pretty area. Seems like a lot to do around here. That's fine. But I just
Especially during the summer.
well, yeah, but it's the end of the summer, so it's a little bit less busy. But
Wait,
there's
don't they
just
have
something
White
about
Beach
the
down
change.
there?
There's something about the change going from one completely different way of life to another, where it's very slow down here. I don't know if you remember from your time in North Carolina. It's very slow.
You get used to
down
it.
here.
You get used to it.
I don't know if I can. I'm very, you know me.
You-
I'm very much go go go. I don't
No,
have an off
bitch,
switch.
you grew up in the suburbs. Stop it.
No,
Stop
that's how I am. No, it's how I'm wired. I'm very much like I got to get this shit done. I got to do this. I got to do
get
that.
used to it. You gonna meet some
I don't
people.
know.
Hopefully you make some good. Hopefully you meet some extremely outgoing friends. Right.
I miss all my friends back home. That's the problem. I'm sorry
That's
to bitch and
okay.
moan about this. It's just that I miss everybody. I feel very fucking lonely down here. That's all I could say. I'm very depressed.
Well, you got to
Well-
make friends, man. That's all.
Like I said, you're in NASCAR country now, so you might as well pull up to a dirt track and sit back
Don't
and
do
watch the
that.
action.
Don't do that.
Dirt track?
let me
No, you
grow
don't
out
like
a mullet and a handlebar mustache and just get
No. What you need to do. What you need
what do I
to do.
need to do?
Okay. You need to make some friends with pickup trucks, with some Fords or whatever, Dodge Rams, whatever the fuck those son bitches drive. Okay. And go mudding. Go
Oh, yeah.
fucking mudding. Bro, this one dude I met, the dude was from Texas.
Listen to me, but before you continue, I've never seen so many goddamn pickup trucks in my fucking life down here.
Yeah. America.
Everywhere.
America. But what you need to do is you need to meet one of these, but get you some Paps, okay? Or maybe some Budweiser, the regular Bud, no Bud Light shit. No, they don't fuck with that. On some Pap, Blue Ribbon, or some Budweiser. And you fuckers on a Sunday, you going mudding. This guy said to me, "Hey, Panama, we're going mudding." I said, "What the fuck?" Yeah. I was like, "What the fuck are we doing? We're gonna go ride in the mud, brother." I'm like, I just washed my car. He's like, "No, we're not going to take your little German car," because at the time I had a Volkswagen Golf. We're not going to take that little that sissy thing. I wanted to fight him. Yeah, he said it, son of a bitch. He said it. And we went muddy. He had this big ass. I don't know. It's this white pickup. I don't remember exactly what it was. And it was the most fun I've had ever.
I'll consider it.
I was like, Matthew, I'm trying to help you.
No, I know. It's not something I wouldn't consider. It sounds like fun the way you're describing.
It is fun. Fun as fuck.
It is fun.
Southern people, see, despite what what television may lead you to believe, Southern people are very good. Even people in the hood. Like Southern hood is very different than up north hood. You go to up north hood, they looking at you all crazy. Fuck you doing here, nigga? Fuck you at? Yo, what you got in them pockets? What you got? Let me see that. Run that shit, right? Southern people are good with you until you want to try to talk shit and act tough. Then they taking your shit. But until then, bro, the most fun. I've been around fish fries. A fish fry. You got to go to a fish fry, bro. The first Southern person that invites you over to cook, go. Just go. Go to Walmart. Ain't Walmart like 24 hours down there?
I think.
Yeah, Walmart, man. But not Myrtle Beach late at night because there's a Myrtle. Wait, what part? Because I was at Myrtle a few years ago. I was in Myrtle.
I'll tell you where I am off mic. Yeah.
Yeah, Myrtle's straight, man.
It's been built up. I can tell you that much. Like I can tell because they're building neighborhoods all across here. Like even where I'm going to be living after.
Oh, so the white people are gentrifying this shit again?
I don't know if I would go that far, but there's definitely a lot of land being developed for single
So
family white person homes.
So they're trying to get rid of all the niggers. God damn, man!
I haven't seen any public housing being destroyed. I can't
Let
confirm
my
that.
people go. Fuck.
Oh man.
No, they're not even my people. Fuck niggas. No, I'm just kidding. I love black people.
Jesus Christ.
Except the niggas I went to high school. Nah, bro. Being black in the U.S. is very complicated, especially when you look black but you're really
From all the
Hispanic.
stories you tell, I can't imagine what your upbringing was like and all the shit you would hear.
So it was very difficult. I'll just summarize it very briefly. So in Panama, I was considered the gringo, right? Because I was born in the U.S. So I wasn't really, although I even even on my Panamanian passport, it says, you know, when you're born in Panama, you get a number on your, like, the beginning part of your ID is a number, like, let's say 7. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's like, I think it's like 1 through 8, something, and you get a number. But when you're foreign born Panamanian, you get a PA on it, which means in Spanish in the PE, it's Panameño Extranjero, which means foreign born Panamanian. So they let you know that you're not born in our country, right? And then in the US, I be hanging out with the brothers and shit. And I remember sometimes one of these fools would be like, "Yo, Panama, what you doing over here? You know what? Go hang out with your bunnies." You know, because
I was just about to say, because then you get made fun of for the snow bunny shit.
Yeah,
you can get
bro,
frostbite.
Listen, the amount of shit I used to get in high school for hanging out with even to this day, I still hear shit from people like, bro, mind your business. Like, it's not that I don't like black women. I love women, period. I've always loved women, period. Right? It just so happened that, you know, white girls like me too. So what you want me to do?
I have a question, and you might get heated if I ask it, but it's not disrespectful towards you.
Okay.
What would you do if, when your daughter gets older, she starts coming home crying, saying people are making fun of her for being mixed, things of that nature? What would your response to that be?
I wouldn't get, so first of all, that's a good question. I'm not mad at that. That's not nothing to be mad at. I think I'm uniquely positioned to help her out with that, especially because, as you guys seen, my daughter looks a little white.
Yeah, it took a little while for the melanin to come in. Yeah.
No, it's coming in a little. It's coming in a little now. Like, you can see it creeping on, like, her fingers. Coming in a little. So who knows how dark she's going to end up being. But let's say, for the sake of this conversation, that she stays the exact way she is. She looks white. Like, it's uncomfortable for me. I'm going to be honest, because especially, like, I went walking with her without my wife to the park, and people stare like, is this black man stealing this little white baby? You know, it's fucked up the way genetics work. You would think genetics tells you what you grew up, you mix white and black, you get caramel. That's not always the case, as I now know. But anyway, I digress. To your point, right? People are teasing her. Well, I'm gonna teach my little girl how to throw hands. I'm also gonna tell her, I want you to try to utilize your words, because I don't want my baby to grow up to be just a violent people kicking everybody's ass. No.
Listen,
we want
it's like, baby girl, your hands are rated E for everybody.
Oh, 100%. Except don't hit boys, because if some boy hit my baby, we might have a problem.
Yes, that's true. What if they hit her?
That's first? Also a topic I want to talk about too, because I got into a heated debate with this chick on Twitter about it. But no, it's being honest and realistic. You have to have I would have a conversation with her and try to explain that, you know, baby, some people are just ignorant and evil in this world, and they just want to say fuck things to you. I want to instill enough confidence that by the time she gets old enough to experience some of that foolishness, that she could deal with it and understand that whoever's saying this to her is probably jealous of it, because my daughter's she's a little cutie, and she's probably gonna be a gorgeous little lady.
Our niece is adorable, guys.
She's my beautiful. Listen, if there's one thing you could say, I'm an average looking dude, but I make very beautiful children. Like, god damn, this Nicker is a good one. He makes beautiful little Africans. Okay? Good little Africans, I tell you.
There was another name you used to call them too. I can't say it.
Half niggas?
Oh boy.
Nope.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I'll say it if you want me to, but I don't know if it's going to come off
Hey,
or
listen,
on air.
I probably wouldn't care. But,
I'll block it out. You used to call them too.
Oh, little nigglets.
I might keep that in.
You better be careful, though. I want them coming for you, nigglets. Yeah, my little nigglets. No, I love my babies, man. I love my babies. Telling you, I make pretty babies, but no. And as far as her, so this chick started talking shit about men that hit women, right?
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
And she brought up a specific scenario where a woman hits a man and the man is not supposed to hit a woman. Now, personally speaking, I hit a girl one time in my life. I think I was in 3rd grade. My mama whooped my ass so bad I couldn't sit down. Okay. I've never put my hands on a woman, hit a woman ever again. I'll throw the fuck out of a woman. I don't give a shit. You hit me, I'm gonna throw you. Okay. I judo tossed this girl one time in Kaiserslautern, Germany, because I was drunk and I walk out of this club and of course I see a whole gang of baboons standing outside acting like a bunch of fucking porch monkeys. Yeah, I said it. I don't give a fuck what you niggas say. I'm black too. Fuck you. But a bunch of darkies are outside making a bunch of noises, right? And my drunk ass walks outside and I go, see, this is why white people don't respect niggas. And out of the whole group of black folk that was standing there, the shortest one, she was probably like 5 foot straight, maybe like 90 pounds soaking wet. Maybe. That's a lot. Maybe less. I don't know. She was real small and tiny. And she said, "What do you say?" And I said, "This is why white people don't like niggas. Y'all don't know how to act." She slapped the shit out of me. Bro, I grabbed her little ass and judo tossed the shit out of her. I don't give a fuck. Nice hip toss. I don't give a fuck.
So just as you tell the story, I'm thinking to myself, so like if are you a fan of the restraining tactic then as opposed to the hitting? Because I think of a judo throw, I think that's more of like a restraining tactic.
No. See, my goal wasn't to stop her from hitting me. My goal was to some way inflict a minor amount of pain so she can understand consequence, right? Because you can't go around and my point is, I don't condemn. I mean, I don't agree with men that hit women. I don't like that shit. I think you're weak for that. And however, if a woman decides to put her hands on you first and hit you like she a man, she can not be upset if said man that she hit decides to hit her back. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. If you don't want to be hit, don't hit anyone. And there's a lot of women in this world who believe that because I'm a woman, man, a man shouldn't hit me, which is why they hit you, because they think there are no consequences. Not everyone raised their children like my mother raised me, right? My mother beat the fuck out of me, okay? Which is why I am deathly afraid to ever hit a woman. I am almost 40 years old, okay? And to this day, my mother is 5'3". I am 6'2". That little fucker will come and fuck me up. He'll come and fuck me up.
And you will run like a bitch.
No, you don't running like a bitch. I'm gonna take my ass whooping like a man. Fuck you mean? I'm grown. This nigga has done enough running. I ain't running. I ain't running. Come with me. Fuck all that running shit. Nah, man. I don't agree with men that like domestic violence and men.
Yeah, no,
that beat
I
on
don't think
women.
anybody would. I think anybody that defends it is just as fucking weird.
Don't hit, men. Don't beat your spouse. Please don't, men. love on her. Give her some good D. You know what I'm saying?
Don't beat your spouse. Beat your meat.
Nah, don't even beat your meat. Get her to lick that shit. Fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Don't
Make it
even
sloppy.
beat your meat. Yeah, all that spit, extra spit. I mean, but beating women ain't cool, bro. Like I've beaten up a dude in New Brunswick. I beat up some fucking juice head for hitting some chick. I don't give a fuck. I don't like that shit. I hate men that beat up women. But you hit me because you think you big and bad, and you hit me with zero fear of consequence. I'm not gonna hit you back because I might hurt you very badly, but I will throw you. I will. 100%. I'm gonna yeet you. You know, like Uncle Phil used to do jazz and Fresh Prince. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna yeet your ass. Yeet. Yep. If they still say that, I don't know. The kids still saying that, Matt?
Yes.
Oh
It's
yeah,
still
even
saying that.
adults.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yeet that ass out the window for sure. 100%. I don't care. I don't care. I quit smoking weed again.
Jesus, again?
I'll probably start again tomorrow.
Why'd you stop this time?
I ran out.
Oh, I
That's
should
always
have known.
stop.
Yeah, no, I can. I use it for medicinal purposes. I don't even smoke as much as I used to. I can't handle as much as I used to. I can't. I don't drink as much as I used to, which is okay. I'm okay with
You are
it.
becoming mature. That is why.
Bitch, I've been mature.
I
I just like to drink and smoke, but now I can't. Like, and also now when I drink stuff, I drink good stuff because that way
Yeah.
it don't hurt your head as much.
Your palate is refined. That's what it is.
Oh, very much so. Yes, my friend. Very, very much. Very good. Very good. Extra special for you. Yes. Very good. Hey, when we gonna get Crater Face back on this bitch?
What are you
Jody.
talking about? Oh, sometime soon. By the way, if you guys haven't already, check out Mike's episode with Jody B on Po Boys podcast. That was very, very enjoyable. But
That's my guy.
we gotta get Jody back, man. We have to set a day where we can all get together.
The shit he says is fucking hilarious. I swear, this guy.
I love Jody. That's one of my best friends in podcasting, man. Him and Delvin Cox.
Delvin, I need Delvin too. I need some more niggas on the show. Get his darky ass on here. Where he live in Florida, right?
He's in
the
Florida
boy.
Miami.
Florida, what part? Oh, he live in the ghetto.
I don't know about that. I won't.
Miami's either hood as fuck or nice as fuck. Which one does he live in?
I don't fucking know.
Does Miami have suburbs? I don't even know. All you see is the beach, and then you see the ghetto where all the football players.
Ain't it the Everglades?
Then you got the country part of Florida too. Florida. Where you from? I'm a Florida boy. Florida.
I feel like that's what I'm going to turn into at some point.
Why would anyone want to live in Florida for other than the weather? And that's either at certain parts because Florida's just disgusting.
Bath salts. Snorting that shit. That's the only other reason.
Florida, fucking Alabama. Hey, listen, no offense to anybody from Alabama, but why? Why would you want to live there? Louisiana. Why?
Football.
Why? Unless you're going to New Orleans, why would you want to live in Louisiana? Why?
You motherfuckers get some crawfish in there.
Yeah, no, the bitches get flooded out every 3 years. Why would you want to live there? Why?
We live flood out so we get the crawfish on our doorstep.
My personal opinion, I think the tri-state area is the best place to live. Yes, it's expensive as fuck. Yes, it is. However, you have everything. I believe we have the best cuisine in the U.S. Everything. We have the best pizza for sure. Argue with your mama. Okay. The only thing you get that's better the South is that soul food. Soul food down South. Oh.
All that Southern hospitality.
I have learned, though, like the Italian food specifically, the best Italian food so far that I've had in the South has been transplants from the tri-state area. That's it.
They don't make good pizza down there.
No, they don't.
They can't even make a good sub. And they call that shit, what they call it, a hoagie or some fuckery. They can't even make me a good sub. I remember that shit. I was so disappointed with the cuisine down there. I was like, listen, I wanted a pizza. Like, I was really wanting a pizza. And I went to some place and I was like, The fuck is this shit? Did you make what is this ragu you put on my fucking pizza? What is this?
Ragu.
What the fuck is this? The gabagool. What is it? What is this you're giving to me, huh? I come here for some fucking pizza. You give me this fucking bullshit, right?
All I could say is I can't wait to go home in a few days.
You'll be okay, man. You'll be okay. Real shit, not real shit. Dead ass. And I say this as someone that went through a very similar transition that you have. I mean, it was forced upon me as well. The army said that, hey, that's where you're going. So I had to go. However, once I opened up to the idea of, okay, I accepted, I'm in the South, let's venture out and do this. It is nice. The people are nice. I'm telling you. South Carolina, especially South Carolina, it's a little too hot.
It's humid down here.
That's
I'm not a fan of the humidity.
You know, you wake up, you come out of the air conditioner, you step outside, whoosh, dripping in sweat.
Yep, it's bad.
So, but once you get to know some motherfuckers down there, get you a Billy Bob and a Luann, you'll be all right, man. I'm on some racist shit today. Hey, man,
listen,
can we get a racist on the show? Can we get Matt, go meet a white Southern racist, but he cool. You know what I'm saying? Who says borderline racist shit that you want to smack him but laugh.
So we don't want anybody coming out here calling you boy or something like that. Like, now, come on over here, boy.
Nah, if he says boy, but there's some funny shit behind it, I'll just laugh it off. I don't care. Like, funny racists are cool. You know what I'm saying? They're racist as fuck, but the shit's so funny you can't help but laugh. That kind of shit. That's cool.
It, Mike. I'll work on it. The good news is if there is any good news coming out of me living here so far, I do have a job interview on Monday that I just learned before we started recording. So that's good.
Applause. Give some applause for this motherfucker. I wish I had my damn thing. I don't have my thing set up. I put it into retirement for right now because this dad thing is the greatest.
I'm still working on radio station stuff, but I got at least I have a job down here to work on a little something. I got a job at a gym close by, so
okay, good.
And I get a free membership, which is I get to work out now. So
yeah, go get your pump, bro.
Let me tell you, bro. The food we talk all about this food down here. Shit,
you don't like it?
Fat. No, it's not that I don't like it. I'm getting fat.
Yeah. Hey man, your boy ain't gonna like you getting fat, bro. He gonna tell you to get in the gym.
Yeah, no, Rob. Yeah, I miss Rob, man. I miss my boy. It's a good thing I got to hang out with him a little bit before one last time before I had left.
I think it's good that you met that. I'm sure his off mic, off camera persona is very different.
I will say this until I'm blue in the face. He is probably one of the most down to earth and giving people you will ever meet.
From what I listened to, he seems as though. And that's the thing. That's what I mean with getting to know.
You also have. I also have hung out with him several times, so it's like he and I have very good conversations. His entire crew. You would think that they're. And you said something like, "Oh, the juice head meatheads that you fought in New Brunswick or whatever." And I could see why if they came into a bar, you would think that because they're very. His crew are very big, intimidating guys, but they're actually some of the nicest people you can ever meet. I can't not say enough good things about them.
So I know some cool juice heads. Like, not all juice heads are dickheads. It's the roid rage that gets to some of them. You know what I'm saying? But I know a couple dudes that are fucking just cool as shit. I know this one dude, he big as fuck, got tat all on his face and all this weird shit. To his people, if you're his people, he's like a kitten, man.
Yeah.
He is gentle with you, man. Pause. That don't sound nice.
Jesus Christ.
I need to stop drinking this shit. This shit got me acting weird. What the fuck?
He's acting Panama Red acting a fool on the podcast. What do we expect?
No, I see. Every time I come on here, I just gotta, let the people know I'm here. I'm not dead.
I'm glad, but here's the thing. I'm glad you came on today because we let's be honest, we had really no plan for the fucking show today.
Hey, listen, people. Chatting. No judgment. We winging this shit today, okay?
We're winging this shit. But you know what? We're in true spirit. That's what the show was built on. Just
winging it. Today we're definitely winging it because I'm gonna be real, I haven't had much of an opportunity to look. I'm enjoying my baby girl. Oh man, now because she's 4 months old now, right? So now she can hold her head up without wobbling too much. She smiles, she laughs. So now I can actually like really play with her and do all the stupid shit. When they're newborns, it's just like a worm. They're just kind of there. They spend most of their time sleeping anyway. And then as they get older, like a month old, they just kind of look at you. And then 2 months, they kind of look at you some more, but make little faces like weird. They want to smile, but it looks all creepy.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? So she's at an age now where I can like really engage with her. And now she's at 4 months. She's learning her name, so you can call her, and she like looks at you and smiles like, oh, she's so precious. She's so precious.
And I say this all the time. I'm glad that you got that opportunity because you didn't have that opportunity when your son was born.
Listen, man, the wisdom that I'm gonna give you, and then I'm kind of gonna chill out with it. Be careful who you lay down with. I know people will look at the podcast and see, oh, Panama, what the fuck you talking about? You don't get no bitches. You kind of
a lot of people comment that shit. Believe me.
People always say that. You don't know me, bro. Go check my stats. You know what I'm saying? Go look at me when I was in New York. Like, bitch, I'd probably take your bitch if I really went in the gym. Like, if I cared as much as I used to care, and really went to the gym and really got hard, like pause, and really worked out like I used to. Yeah, I'm telling you, this shit got me saying some wild stuff.
Get the alcohol away from him, for Christ's sake.
really hit the weights like I used to, and wanted to disrespect my wife. I would take your girl. I promise you I would. But I don't care about that stuff anymore. I don't care. I do enough working out just to make sure my cardiovascular is good and that I don't end up as like a type 2 diabetes in 5 years. That's it. That's all I care about. I'm a foodie. I like food. It's probably why I'm gonna be a chubby motherfucker until I die. I like food. I'm a foodie, bro. Especially in Europe, you have all these different white cultures. I want to try their food. And then this African lady, she made us last Saturday. She made us, this motherfucker. It was my wife's father's birthday, right? He's Polish. Bro, he has 3 bottles. It's 3 people that are drinking because at this point, everyone's gone, right? This German dude I know, he's with his African girlfriend. She brings some fufu. I don't know if you know what fufu is, but it's an African food. Look it up. Delicious. Oh, we killed that shit, right? So after we kill it, this Polish man's be like, Mike, are you ready? And I'm like, for what? We're going to drink now. He brings out a bottle of Captain Morgan, a bottle of Jack Daniels, and a bottle of some Scotch whiskey. The only people that are drinking are me, him, and this German dude. It's 3 of us, 3 bottles.
Don't tell me you drank all that shit.
We drank 2 of them. Which
one?
The Jack Daniels and the Captain Morgan.
I am not surprised in the slightest by that answer.
No, because we're talking about me. And if I'm going to drink, first of all, I don't like Scotch. I do not.
I was
going to
say Scotch is something you have to enjoy. You can't just
I don't
Scotch
really
for
like
the sake
Scotch.
of chugging Scotch.
The flavor of Scotch. I'm not a Scotch guy.
I haven't tried it. I don't think to my knowledge.
I don't even like the smell. Just like cognac. I don't like that shit either.
So you don't like Hennessy, Mike?
Fuck no, that nigga shit. No. Niggas, listen.
I tried Hennessy one time. It's
disgusting. Bro, you could clip this shit and put this. Niggas, why the fuck do you broke niggas like Hennessy? That shit is disgusting. Hennessy is disgusting. You broke motherfuckers. Evolve your palate, bro. Evolve. Stop letting these fucking rappers and shit tell you Hennessy is cool. The shit is disgusting. Hennessy
as a white boy that has tried it.
It is.
And drinks dark liquor, mind you.
It's disgusting. Here you go, niggas. I know you broke niggas can't afford this shit. Get some of this. Blanton's, bro. You broke fuckers.
And that's the clip, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah, real, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It really, really is. I mean it. It's disgusting. I find nothing appealing about even Hennessy, Hennessy Black, Hennessy White. They're both Hennessy White's okay. Yeah, that one's okay. That one's
probably not aged as long.
Yeah, it's okay. But Hennessy, I tried to drink it because my black friends were drinking it, and then I realized I took a couple sips And then I looked at my black friends and I was like, "What's wrong with y'all? Why are you poisoning yourself with this rat shit? Like, this is disgusting." It is. I
Like,
take my
I
black
can't-
card if you want to.
Here's the thing, though. It's weird because as a half Eastern European, I don't necessarily care for clear liquors either. Like, I don't like vodka all that much. Tequila I can do occasionally. I guess depending on the type of rum, maybe. But I just can't do clear liquors. I just only really drink whiskey as like my main thing.
So I've been on a thing where I want to try higher end liquors.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've been looking at this. I can't think of the name of it. Hold on, I have a picture because I took it. There's this it's a whiskey. It's Japan. Oh, it's a bourbon. It's a Japanese bourbon. It's called Suntory Yamazaki. 12 years. Over here in Germany, it costs 168 euros.
Shit.
I want to try this. See, this is what it looks like.
Oh, that looks nice.
I want to try it. I also want to try some high-end rums. Like I want to try some different things, right?
Yeah.
See,
You want to evolve your palate more.
Yeah, man, because I don't like tequila. Like I probably won't ever try some high-end tequila. I just don't
Like
Tequila's
margaritas I
never-
can do. I could do margaritas.
Yeah, in the summer I used to do margaritas in the summer with a couple Kellys. We don't do that anymore.
Bridget's still
Kelly.
involved.
No, we never met a Bridget in my life. Never met a Bridget. Bridget
Jessica.
sounds like an old bitch name. Bridget, come here, Bridget. Well, in my day, like that sounds old as fuck. That's like Marge or Margaret.
Oh my god.
Who
I've
knows
only
a
met
Margaret?
one Bridget in my life.
I actually know Margaret.
Oh.
She's nice though.
Margaret.
I love Margaret. She's great.
Sally? Do you know a Sally? Like
No,
these
no,
are
Sally.
older women now, older women names. So we should do that. Come up with older women names. But
And instead of these newer names like LaQuandria or whatever.
I've
What are you
always
trying to
wondered
say,
why
Hoochie?
black people. Nah, you can say it, nigga. I always wondered why black people give each other these names. Like, I don't know. I'm not. I didn't grow up surrounded. Like the most I know truly about black culture is the history you learn and what I picked up from some of my black friends because I grew up in a Hispanic home, so I don't know what that's like. I mean, I know that black people make some good fried chicken. That's what I know. Best fried chicken I ever had was by some niggas from down south. It's fucking fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Matthew, go to the cookout. They don't call it barbecues down there, down south. They
I
call
know.
it cookouts.
Call it cookouts.
Okay. Make sure you get your vocabulary up, okay?
Mhm.
You need a book or something? I can buy you one. Amazon that bitch to you.
Might as well.
I got adult money. I got adult money. You know what I'm saying?
So, fine
Save that-
gentlemen,
save
how's
money
the
for your
barbecue
daughter.
going?
Hey, listen, my daughter is good.
Howdy,
My daughter
y'all.
gets-
How's this barbecue?
First of all, you know how much formula fucking costs? Formula is outrageously expensive, bro. Children, the cost of it's only gonna get worse from here. But formula is expensive. And B, I gotta buy all the gadgets. I buy
What's
the
the,
gadgets.
wait, what's the diaper cost at for you?
Oh, God.
I don't even
That's
know.
what
I
you
just
need.
give them. I just give the money to my wife. Really, if I'm gonna be real with you.
No. Man, we need to have your wife on the show one day. If she ever wants to
I
come
just
on,
give her
we need to understand the dichotomy of your
I'll ask her.
relationship.
But nah, we can get her on. But
We're
yeah,
gonna
the
get her on
cost of
someday.
the cost of shit, diapers and formula. Lord have mercy. Lord, that's why I don't even care no more. I'm like, babe, you know what? Here's the credit card. Go do it. Oh, cheat code. Cheat code. Get rid of your debit card unless you're gonna withdraw money. Whatever. It's gotta be it. Shut it. Come here. Real quick. Open the door. They want to know if you want to come on the show ever. Huh? No, not tonight. Not tonight.
Not to
But ever. You don't know? They want to ask questions about me, probably.
We are.
Maybe one day. She says
Maybe one day. Okay, that's enough for me. That's good enough for me.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
So I'm telling you, have like 2 kids and call it a day. Bless your parents. They had 3. My mom had 3 too. Expensive. Shit.
Yeah. Hunter, your parents had 2, right?
2, yep. And my mom wanted a boy and a girl, and she got her wish. So
Yeah.
How's
Dante's
that?
single. Dante's the only child. Poor guy.
That's why he behaves the way he does, that little fuckhead. He didn't have no sibling to beat him up. That's why. That's why he come on here popping his gums and shit, talking shit. Light skinned bitch.
All right.
uh
Well, what do you say, guys? We wrap this one up? We've been
Nah,
running
fuck it.
a
Let's keep
while.
going. Nah, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I gotta edit
I'm
this
kidding.
shit.
I'm kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to episode 88 of the Bro Migos podcast. It has been an absolute pleasure to entertain you with our fuckery. Matt's gonna run down the list because I'm starting to get drunk and I don't know the list of our links.
Can he read the list is the question.
Bitch, I read better than you in 3 languages. Suck my dick. Okay?
Oh, hey now.
No, that was meant in the nicest way. That's like to show you I speak 3 languages. I'm
Yes,
flexible.
of course. I understand. But anyway, guys, follow us on Twitter at Bromigos Pod, Instagram and Facebook, The Bromigos Pod, TikTok, The Bromigos Podcast. YouTube still lacking a little bit, but the audio does get uploaded there. So go ahead and subscribe. And thank you to my friend Cole over at Full Swap Radio for syndicating episodes of our show every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Oh,
Shout out to Cole.
I have an announcement, by the way, that I've been working on the back end of things. I haven't told anybody because I've been.
Whoa! I knew some weird shit in the back end. Pause.
God damn it! This is what happens when you're drunk. No, so I've been working on something with Buzzsprout because they just implemented a new feature. Right, you can now send text messages to the show. So I want y'all in the show description of every podcast. There is a little link that says, send a text message to the show or whatever. It's at the top of the show description every time. Send it. I tested it out. It works just fine. If you have some shit to say, text the show because we
Slide in
hear
our
from you.
DMs, baby.
Yeah, slide in the DMs, text the show, whatever.
DMs are wide open.
The reason I'm bringing this up is because I want us to start doing segments with feedback or opinions from other viewers, whether they disagree with us, they want to argue, things of that nature. I've been trying to put together a little picture piece on Photoshop before we started recording. So yeah, we want you guys to talk some shit with us and argue with our points of view or say what you say about the show. And I want that to be an ongoing thing as far as the segment goes. So by all means,
That sounds cool as fuck.
Appreciate it.
No,
Yeah,
that sounds cool.
When they implemented it, I was like, that's the first thing that popped in my mind. It took me a little while to announce it because we've been so busy doing shows on and off. But now that I've tested it out and everything seems to be working, just send a message to the show, guys. We would greatly appreciate it. Wow. And with that, we'll see you guys next week or next episode. Excuse me.
Stay tight.
You've been listening to the Bro Migos podcast.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow. I beat him.